Hello, welcome to my channel Planets and You. Today we are going to discuss about Mars problems. So this is more of a framework where you answer a couple of questions and then you self-detect whether there is some issue or not. Okay. In the previous discussion we talked about some characteristics of Mars, and today I want to give you some questions that you answer, and then in the later sessions we are discuss about how to overcome those problems and what are the remedies or solutions. Okay, so number one, does your weight increases with a slight carelessness? You see a lot of people where they don't care much about their weight, and there are some who just slight carefulness and their weight shoots up. Number two, do you get tired easily? Number three, do you feel like your body makes too much phalgam? Number four, do you eat irregularly throughout the day? And it's not just once in a while, means you just have to read yourself. How do you behave when it comes to eating throughout the day or most of the time? Number five, do you get a lot of gas in your stomach? Do you have indigestion problem? Do you have ego issues? Is your liver weak? Your shoulders, means if your shoulders lean forward, that's also one of the sign of Mars problem. Do you have headaches often? Okay, so once in a while, for instance, if I did not eat meal on the time and because of hunger I am feeling headache, that's a different issue. But if you have headaches often throughout the year for a long duration, it means there is some Mars problem. Do you get sudden spurt of anger and you lose your ability to take the right decision? Obviously, when you are angry, you don't take the right decision. But when you look at your own aggression, do you just break stuff? You start to throw stuff? That's a sign of debilitated or malefic Mars. Now, there is one more category, means when you come close to your spouse or to your spouse, you feel sudden anger sometimes. It does not mean that you do not love him or her, but your anger is like it grows rapidly, and then you start to lose your own control on your language, and then you start to break stuff. That is also one of the Mars problem. And then do you think you start to feel or get more problems after marriage? I think this is it. I think just answer these questions, and if answers for 80% of them is yes, then there is Mars problem. Degree or intensity might vary from one individual to another based upon the placement of Mars in their horoscope. But these are the signs. One more thing that I forgot, those folks who get injury on their head or forehead or face, often though the scale of injury is very small, that is also a sign of Mars problem. So if you have kids who are suffering from who fell often and they suffer injuries on forehead or face, that is also one of the sign of Mars problem. So you just take a note of all these questions, answer yes and no. If 80%, 70 or 80% of the answers is yes, in that case there is Mars problem, and we are going to discuss about solution in the next video, and I'm going to cover all the questions. So some of my solutions will be applicable to all the problems that I just discussed. So keep watching. Thank you for viewing and your comments, and a lot of people like my video. I got some emails as well requesting with some other questions, and they want me to answer those questions in one of the forums. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you and your efforts in watching the video, as well as I want that you get as much as help from these things so that you improve your life. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.